Hey guys, this is Alex from Temple Coach, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to pass your NASM CPT in about 3 weeks. That's what I did. So if you have any interest in becoming a personal trainer, if you want to work at a big box gym or a lot of places you need a certification from some place like NASM or ACE, and I chose NASM. It's very well recognized throughout the country. And as you can see here, I just passed my test. See if it'll focus in. Just passed the test, and overall it was very easy, and I did it all in about 3 weeks. So this is kind of the breakdown generally of what I did to study for the test and how to prepare. So I bought the cheapest option from NASM for the self-study. So I got the online study guides, all the online materials, and I also purchased a physical copy of the book. This is the 6th edition, and if you like to have a physical copy, I do recommend it. I got this on Amazon for about $50. You don't need it, you get a PDF version, but I just enjoyed having the physical copy that I could flip through real easily with bookmarks and all that. So essentially what I did to pass the test, and let me also mention you need your CPR and AED certification. Make sure you get that. You have to have it before you can take the exam, and that's pretty easy to get through places like Red Cross. $50 to $60 for a 3-hour course. Generally it's really easy, so get that. Get your NASM self-study materials, and then what I recommend, and this helped me tremendously, is I got a study guide from this guy at Show Up Fitness, and he's got a YouTube channel and a full study guide on the NASM CPT exam. So go to Show Up Fitness on YouTube. You can go to his website as well. It's got all the information, and basically he offers the study guide. It's only $69. It's kind of expensive maybe, but I really recommend it. It's going to help you save a tremendous amount of time and just get you through the test, just pass that test. So it's really a worthwhile investment of your money. So you don't have to read this book, that's just his book, but do go to his YouTube channel, watch his videos about how to prepare for the test, and purchase and download his study guide and follow that thing pretty much to the T. So having said that and got all the materials here, what I did was I went through every chapter, and according to the study guide, there's certain chapters that you really need to focus on for the test that are really going to be having a lot of questions. So there's going to be a huge focus on mostly chapter 6, 7, 14, 19, and 20. So there's a lot of chapters you really don't have to read word for word. Very few actually. And you can just kind of skim through a lot of chapters. Some chapters you really don't even need to read. So I started off reading word for word, and it was taking a long time, and that's when I discovered the study guide by about the time I was at chapter 3, I think. And then the study guide gave me really good guidance for how to proceed with the rest. So I really focused in on certain materials, and that saved me so much time and helped me so much for the test. So after going through all the material according to the study guide, getting a really good general overview of everything in this book, then I moved on to doing the practice tests. So after every chapter I went through, I did the practice quizzes online, but then once you finish going through the book, you want to do the practice exams. So I did 5 practice exams after going through all the material, and I passed every one of them. I think the lowest score I got was a maybe a 79 or an 81, I can't remember. And then I steadily went up 84 to 89%. So go through the practice exams several times. 5 times was plenty for me. And you also get these practice test questions along with the study guide if you purchase that. And there's 110 questions in here as well, so that's just extra study material. So one of the hardest parts, at least initially, one of the hardest parts about studying was learning the muscles and knowing the overactive and underactive muscles. So 2 things, or maybe 3 things I did. First of all, I bought a muscle chart, just a basic muscle chart like this on Amazon. It was about $12, and I highlighted in yellow all the overactive and underactive muscles, just so I had a visual of where the muscles were located. You don't really have to know exactly where they're located on the test, but it just gives you a better idea to visualize it in your mind and to remember them. So I do recommend getting that if you don't know the muscles. And then, let me see if I can find the page here. It lists all the underactive and overactive muscles. Yeah, so page 196 is going to show you all the overactive and underactive muscles. You want to take all of those muscles and basically just memorize what's overactive, what's underactive. So I made a breakdown list here, just consolidated all those from the chart. So I had all the overactive muscles listed, all the underactive muscles listed, and then I memorized those. So if you memorize what's overactive and what's underactive, you can pretty much answer any question on the test regarding those. And one other thing I did was I made flashcards for all the muscles, and I also made flashcards for a lot of the vocabulary. There's highlighted vocabulary in the study guide that I bought, so I made flashcards for those. And I made flashcards with a free software program called Anki, A-N-K-I. You can just go to the website, Google it, and download it for free. Really easy to set up the flashcards. Just type in the front of the card, type in the back of the card, and it'll take you through the process. It's really easy. I've used that program for years, actually, for language learning and a lot of things. So that's basically it. Get the NASM materials. I recommend just getting the cheapest study guide. You can get the book if you want. Okay, get a muscle chart. Get your CPR AED certification. And I definitely recommend downloading the study guide. Again, it's Chris Hitchco's Show Up Fitness study guide for the NASM. You can Google it. It's easy to find, and I don't get any commissions for selling this or anything. I just want to help you guys out. So I passed the NASM in 3 weeks. You don't need to spend 3 months. You don't need to spend a year. Just get it done. If you've only got an hour to study a day, yeah, it's going to take you longer. In that case, don't rush it too much. But if you've got if you've got 3 or 4 hours for the next 3 weeks, you could probably get through it all and pass in the same time I did. I spent a lot of time the first week, maybe 5 to 8 hours for a couple days, and then after that it was all kind of downhill. So maybe then it went to about 3 hours and 2 hours, then about 1 hour a day by the last week and a half. So it's really not that hard of an exam. It's all memorization. So if you want to become a great personal trainer, you don't need this certification. It's not going to make you a better trainer necessarily. but a lot of people just require the certification for certain jobs. So if you need it, here's my strategy that I used successfully and got me the certification in a very quick time frame. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. And I really hope this video helped you. Don't feel stressed about the test. Just take your time studying, go through these strategies, and you'll do just fine. There's 120 questions. I finished it in half the time. Just do the practice test. If you're confident with the practice exams at the end of the online courses, you'll do just fine.